If you're a business owner, you're probably extremely busy in everything that you do. So creating content and distributing content and creating marketing systems that work for your business probably sound like a lot more work than maybe they're worth. But in this video, we're going to talk about how to use these different tools. And I'm going to go over 3 specific tools that let you save so much time in your marketing. It's going to help you to get more done and be way more effective. So it's going to be a great video. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, my name is Brandon Brashears. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. Listen, I create daily marketing videos here, so if you're looking to grow your business with digital marketing, please consider subscribing. Comment below if you have any questions, and be sure to like the video if you enjoy it. All right, so digital marketing can take a lot of time, and content creation especially is something that people say, like, I just don't have time to create content. I was actually talking to a client this morning, and he said, listen, I don't have time. There's only one of me. I can only scale so much. I don't have time for content. The truth is, content is the thing that will make you scalable, right? So if you want to reach people at a greater scale, the way to do that is with content. So content needs to be the cornerstone of your business, the way that you communicate with people, the way that you create systems in your business. And so in order to be time effective, you have to be very, very thoughtful about what you're creating. And then also, as much as possible, set up systems once so that it can then be used over and over and over again. So let's talk about a few things that I think are very helpful in creating content, creating systems, and getting more out there for your clients. Because I know for sure that I wish I could be creating more content. I'm creating tons of content. So that being said, let's jump into this video. Let's talk about the thing that I use constantly for myself and for clients as well. So item number 1 is Meet Edgar. And Meet Edgar is a scheduling tool, and I think that batching out and scheduling social posts across all of your social media is very, very important. The reason for that is if you're creating on the go, which I do think, creating things in the moment that you're doing something, especially with live streaming and other things like that, where you have to be ready to create it on the go, that is something that's separate here. But for the curated content that you're putting out and for the segmenting content that you're putting out, I think that Meet Edgar is a great software tool. I'm going to do an in-depth review here. This isn't going to be a full in-depth review. But the reason why I like Meet Edgar is because you basically put all of the content in that you've created. It gets put into a library, and then you set up a schedule so that it can auto-post. And that way you're able to reuse the content that you've already made, and it really helps you to get the most out of the assets that you're building and that you're putting out. So if you combine that with something like Espresso, which you can set up auto posting and auto boosting, you can have content being put out automatically and ads being run automatically so that you're casting a wide net to reach your potential clients. So it's a great tool, and I really, really like Meet Edgar. Tool number 2 that I was actually referred to by one of my clients, one of my favorite clients referred this to me. He uses this all the time, but I used to use Camtasia for doing client updates and client, basically, here's how your ads are going, here's how this is going. And so updating your clients without having to do a meeting is great because you can batch that and schedule it, and then you can give updates without having to have lengthy meetings and stay on task. So if you do any kind of meetings, or if you have systems that you're trying to build out for your business, so let's say you're training somebody, as you're sitting down and training them, you can use Vidyard, which is a screen recording app, and you don't have to do any editing in post or anything like that, right? It just records it right away, automatically publishes it, automatically renders it, and you don't have to be the one that renders things. So if you're doing any kind of onboarding, or if you have frequently asked questions, basically anything that you do on the computer that's repetitive, instead of having to do it multiple times, if you set it up once and then you use that as a resource where you can just send people to a link, it's going to be so much more beneficial for your business, especially if you have business where you're updating clients or doing things on the internet. And using this in place of meetings is just so helpful, and it just saves time. Editing Camtasia videos and locking up my computer because it's rendering the videos, that was a really big time suck. And so it's helpful to get these updates out without having to do any more additional editing work and things. So Vidyard.com, it's free, which is amazing. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you, Vidyard, for making an awesome product. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I just really like the product. So if anybody ever sees this, thanks so much for making a cool product. Thanks, Brett, for referring it to me. And the last tool that I really like is called Headliner.app. and it's a tool that makes social media videos. Since I'm a podcaster, I do lots of podcasting and audio and also have different clips of things. I like this because it lets me repurpose my content. So as much as possible, I like to repurpose content. And if I'm creating videos, and if I could turn those into podcasts, or if I can turn the podcasts into videos, it really helps me to get more out of the content that I'm doing. It helps it to not only be more effective, but it helps it look native to the platform, right? You can't post audio clips to Facebook. And so how do you make the content look appealing, and make it look engaging, and drive people to the podcast, right? Having those wave videos that look good, that are proper size and dimensions for the news feeds and the locations that they're going out to is very, very important. So check out Headliner.app. As much as possible, if you can repurpose the content that you're using, it just makes it so much more effective. So, especially if you're limited in time, and I think that a lot of small business owners are limited in time, that it is very, very important to be repurposing. So let me give you some examples. If you could do a recording of a video, and you could even do a live video, so that's one piece of content. You could then take that live video, publish it to YouTube. That's 2 pieces of content. Publish it to LinkedIn, 3 pieces of content. If you can take that and export the audio, make it a podcast, it's 4 pieces of content. Put it on Instagram, it's 5 pieces of content. Put it on Instagram TV, that's 6, right? So you can just use one single piece of content across all of the different platforms, and then release them, embed it in a blog post, use it over and over again, and get all of the different people on all the channels that you have going on. You can use it to really grow your business and your brand, stay in front of people, and especially if you're taking clips from things and combining different pieces of content, you don't have to constantly be making something every single day. If you can do once a week a good piece of content, you're going to be so much further ahead than your competitors. Now remember, if you're busy right now and your business is growing and doing well, probably your competition is busy too. And so they're likely too busy to do content as well. If you can go ahead and make content, you're going to be able to come out so far ahead of all of your competition. You're going to be able to stay in touch with your customers and your clients and attract new customers and clients. So please create more content. I would love to know, what are some of your favorite tools? Is there any tools or tips or tricks that you would like me to review down? Just comment below. I'd love to know what you're thinking. So thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you enjoy the channel, if you want to grow your business with digital marketing, be sure to subscribe here. I'll see you on the next video, and have a great day.